No funny business, no fooling around. Let's get straight to it, bro. Hey, land on my bed. All right, so we got a rotisserie chicken. This boy, it's got herb. I'm gonna start opening it. It's herb seasoned roasted chicken. So that's pretty exciting. Dude, so like one of the things about life that I've realized recently, and the reason I'm making this video, okay, just whole fucking thing came out. But basically the reason I'm making this video is because I realized that, you know, there's a way of being suicidal where you're not actually suicidal. And this affects a lot of people without even fucking realizing it. Sorry guys, I'll curse less, bro. Take a first bite. I can't wait any longer. I'm super hungry. See, what was happening to me was I was getting like, oh, that's hot. I was getting overwhelmed with school. And then, you know, I'd have so many assignments to do. And so I'd get overwhelmed. And my first immediate thought after getting overwhelmed would be, oh, I guess I should just kill myself. Yeah, but that's not, you know, the human response should not just be to kill themselves. And sometimes you have that thought, but you don't actually want to kill yourself. You just, you know, are overwhelmed, and that's how your body's responding. And that's what happened to me a lot, bro. I also have mashed potatoes. But basically, like, what happens is just your body just shuts down, and your first response is, I'm just gonna kill myself. And a lot of that was happening to me because, you know, I wasn't skipping class. I wasn't even doing bad in my classes. I was simply just overwhelmed. You know, I had a good life going for me. Just overwhelmed. And that's how I ended up in the hospital. So after I got out of the hospital, I said, well, there needs to be a solution to this. You know, I can't just live my life, you know, automatic response, I'm gonna kill myself when I get overwhelmed. Basically what I started doing is every time I get overwhelmed now, I just basically tell myself that I actually do in fact like my life and that I don't want to kill myself. I'm just overwhelmed. And I just tell myself that. This mashed potato is pretty good too. You know, cause like one time I was in government class last year, this massive piece of chicken. And my government teacher made a point that, you know, I kind of think about still. And he was like, you know, nobody who is mentally, you know, stable wants to kill themselves because your automatic response as a human is to survive. But your first instinct is always going to be survival. So just try to survive, you know? And that's going to be my advice for today is just take it one day at a time and simply survive today. You know, you woke up today and that's something to be proud of. So thought I'd give you guys some updates on how I'm doing, you know, why not? While we're making this video, let's give you guys some updates. So I'm doing better. You know, like I said, I've been doing better. Not 100%, but also not 0%. You know, and that's all you can really hope for. One of the things that's helped me recently is gratitude. You know, I just try to be grateful for what I have. Like, I have a roof over my head. I have like meal swipes. I'm able to get food. I mean, I was able to buy this rotisserie chicken. Like, I'm so grateful for all those things, and I feel like I just take it for granted a lot, you know? And me and my buddy were chilling the other day. We were actually talking about this because he was like, oh, I wish my car was manual. You know, like his car's auto and it's a nice car, but he's like, oh, I wish I had a manual. That'd be so nice. And then he like reminded himself, he stopped himself and said, wait a minute. I have an automatic car. Some people don't even have cars. Some people don't even fucking, there's just so much to be grateful for, bro. I'm recording this video on a phone. Like, I wouldn't have a phone if I was in certain other places, you know? And like you think about like how small the chance was that you were even born onto this earth, and you're like, damn, I've got to be put here for a reason. And you know, I don't mean that religiously. Like, you don't have to, just because I said that doesn't mean like, you know, you're part of God's plan or whatever. But like, we've got to be here for some sort of reason. And it's pretty, I don't know, it's pretty odd. I mean, obviously there's theories. I have my own theories. But, you know, if there's a 1 in however many trillion chance that you're getting born, then why am I put here? Wing. I think one thing I've realized about myself is I like to indulge in stuff a lot. And like, it used to be, you know, that's why I had a problem with smoking, is like I had a problem with self-control, you know? But now a lot of the time it's just like, oh, I'm gonna get Pizza Hut instead of the dining hall because, you know, I'm gonna get a soda, and then it's like Pizza Hut. And it makes me feel like almost greedy, like constantly asking for more, you know? You know, try to be grateful that I even can have the dining hall and that those options are open to me. And honestly, I'm just gonna try to indulge less in general. And like, yeah, it's okay, man. You have a Coke every now and then. It's not gonna kill you. But I always feel, you know, I just feel worse about myself when I indulge in stuff like that, you know? I just feel like I'm doing something wrong, but you're not doing something wrong. Because who says you can't have a Coke right now? You can't have a shit ton of candy right now. You know, what really are the consequences? Like, if it's gonna make you happy, then do it. Because I was talking to my therapist about something similar like months ago. She was basically saying, like, when do you get time for you? Like, you're, you know, and if you're a people pleaser, you get this. You're so busy fulfilling other people's shit, you don't stop to think about yourself. And so I'm giving you the opportunity right now. Stop and think about yourself, you know? Go do whatever makes you happy. And if that's, you know, whatever it needs to be, you know, if that's eating some candy, eating some rotisserie chicken, so be it. Alright, I'm gonna save the other half for next time, because I am a college student and I want this chicken to last, baby. That thing was $10. Of course, to compliment it, a Baja Blast. I'm gonna wash my hands. But yeah, like the whole thing with gratitude for me was like, when you look at it from someone else's perspective, a perspective that you've never seen before, you know. Think about if you saw it from the perspective, like, of someone who never grew up with, like, electronics, you know, they didn't even have a toothbrush, they didn't even have shoes, and I'm sitting here drinking a fucking Baja Blast, and I'm whining because I had 2 classes today. Like, it just changed your entire perspective, really, when you think about stuff like that. Going back to the thing about, I don't know, my cat. Going back to the thing about, you know, suicidal thoughts and being overwhelmed. You know, sometimes we just have like passive suicidal thoughts, which is you're like, oh, I wish I could die right now. But you don't actually have a plan to like commit suicide. Because that would be like, I'm pretty sure that's called active suicidal thoughts. Anyways, one thing that helped me when I got overwhelmed was like, you know, take a step back and like, what is the leading thought that made me feel this way? You know? And typically, it's not even a rational thought. It's something that'll put me down. It's either me putting myself down, or it's me, you know. Matter of fact, most of the time it's me putting myself down, because even I'll be like, you know, this is gonna ruin my life right now. Say I bombed a test, I could be like, oh my God, my life is ruined, you know. But my life isn't actually ruined, and I'm already assuming the worst for myself, and assuming the worst isn't a good thing, but you know what's even worse is assuming anything. Because one thing I've learned is that you just can't assume anything about anyone or anything. Like, yeah, if you know the straight up facts, then, you know the facts. But if you don't know about something and you're just making an assumption, 9 times out of 10 it is wrong. And it's better to just ask questions and learn about that thing and learn, you know, what the truth is instead of making an assumption. Because this leads people down like a very bad path, especially in, you know, relationships with others. You're like, you know, oh, I did this because I assumed you would like it, or, you know, I did this bad thing because I assumed that you did this bad thing to me, but I actually don't have a lot of evidence, you know, stuff like that. it's just good to like never make assumptions. And if, you know, it doesn't hurt to ask someone like a question that'll, clarify something, because you always would rather have their direct, like, straight from the source, rather than, even if your assumptions turn out to be true, you'd rather have it straight from the source. But yeah, man, life is good. I just had about half of a rotisserie chicken. I had some mashed potatoes. Honestly, can't complain. Can't complain. It's a good day, bro. You just gotta live one day at a time. And it's like right now, the days kind of feel like they're just passing by. But I feel like soon there's gonna be meaning to these days. Every time I go down this train of thought, I'm like, oh, I have like no direction in my life. That's kind of the conclusion I come to. But I think about it for a second, and that's not even true, because I got YouTube, dude. I have like plans for my life. Like, it's not like I have no idea what I'm gonna do. Even if I'm questioning things, I still have a general idea of what I want my life to look like. And your life really is in your hands if you think about it. Successful people, I mean, yeah, some of them could have gotten to where they are through luck and stuff, but a lot of it was skill, bro. Not every famous person becomes famous because of luck. They had something of value to make them famous. So, find your value, right? Find your value. Just do the shit that makes you happy, bro. And just live your days day by day. And you just know that all of your goals are within reach. And, chase your freaking dreams. And that's just the advice I would give, bro. Because I'm just a kid, bro. I'm literally 18. And it's crazy to think how much of my life I have ahead of me. It's crazy to think that it could end at any moment. But at the same time, I also, I live my life saying like, oh, I got 70 years left. But I don't fucking know that. I could get hit by a car tomorrow. Not that that's gonna happen, but, hypothetically, if I did live like another 65, 60, 70 years, then life has really just begun. And I've just turned into an adult, which means that like I just started adulthood, bro. People are adults for a long time. I'm never gonna be a kid again. But at the same time, I'm also like partly still a kid, which is such a weird dynamic, It's so weird to be 18 and in college. I'm literally living on my own for the first time ever. And that's just crazy to me. Like, it's just the shit, if you're younger than me right now and you're in high school, you get it. You're like, oh, it's never gonna happen. Like, yeah, graduation's this many years away, this many days away, but even so, it doesn't feel real. I still don't even feel like I'm 18. I don't feel like an adult. Only reason I know I am an adult is because I got an ID that says so, and I gotta go to freaking class a bunch of times a week. Anyways, guys, rotisserie chicken, I'm gonna rate it an 8 out of 10. The mashed potatoes is a 9 out of 10. And the Baja Blast is also an 8 out of 10. So follow for more. If you liked this type of content, please let me know in the comments, because I really enjoyed making it. Honestly, I had an idea for a video about, and I was going to talk about being suicidal, like how it overwhelms you, but I didn't know how to title it. And so I was like, freak it. Let's just eat a rotisserie chicken and start talking, boy. So yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Subscribe.